This segment brought to you by Hope Cancer Care of Nevada, offering state-of-the-art cancer treatment in Pahrump. A little hope goes a long way.
Let's go to Eunette, who's standing by with this week's court report.
In this week's court report, an area man arrested 3 times in recent months for burglary-related crimes appears in district court while in custody for his arraignment hearing. However, Christopher J. Ream's arraignment was continued. Ream is currently facing 2 formal charges of grand larceny at the higher court level. During the defendant's district court appearance, Ream was present while in custody with his attorney, Jason Ernest. During that proceeding, it was noted that a guilty plea agreement was submitted to the court. The court calls the matter an arraignment hearing. The defendant waived formal reading of the information, and the court began to canvass the defendant, but found that Ream was too upset to continue court proceedings due to a family issue. Attorney Ernest made an oral motion for an OR release, but the DA objected and outlined Ream's criminal history. The court subsequently denied that OR release, so Attorney Ernest then requested bail, but the DA requested $10,000 bail. The court set that bail amount and adds that if Ream is bailed out, he's ordered to report to drug court. Those matters were then continued. The Pahrump woman charged with luring a child and indecent or obscene exposure after attempting to lure children into her vehicle at Ian Dortch Park, then exposing her breast, is sentenced in district court on those charges. Shauna Lee Gibbons was present at Liberty for her sentencing, during which the court noted that the defendant tested positive that day for an unspecified substance, but then will submit a test to the lab to confirm what that substance is due to her other medical issues, and then proceeded with sentencing. The court outlined that case history and reviewed the sentencing recommendations of the Division of Parole and Probation. Gibbons' attorney, David Reichert, addressed the court and outlined the defendant's mental issue, then requested drop-down and probation. The DA concurs with the PSI report. Gibbons then addressed the court herself and apologized for her actions, outlined her medical treatment, and requested probation. Regarding formal sentencing, the court ordered the defendant to pay a total of $28 in fees and $16.06 in restitution to NCSD due within 90 days. The court also ordered 364 days credit time served in NCSD, sentence suspended, 3 years probation, all the standard fines and fees set for the defendant in the PSI report, and the court outlines the terms and conditions of probation, 274 days credit for time served. Notably, Gibbons was rearrested back on September 25, 2017 on home invasion charges after she racked up those child obscenity charges. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
Thanks, Eunette. Will Bitcoin go bust? Angela Miles reports in today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, concerns are growing. The Bitcoin bubble is showing signs of bursting. A Morgan Stanley analyst tells CNBC the cryptocurrency is behaving similar to the NASDAQ during the dot-com bubble 20 years ago, but at a much faster rate. Monday was a down day for Bitcoin. At the world's largest retailer, installation help is on hand. Walmart is bringing Handy's installation and assembly services to 2,000 stores to install TVs and assemble furniture for customers who need assistance. Claire's is officially filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The jewelry chain focused on teens is dealing with massive debt. The retailer is confident it will survive. And just days ahead of the Dropbox IPO, there's healthy demand from investors. Dropbox is expected to price in Thursday and begin trading on the NASDAQ Friday under the ticker symbol DBX.
One employee was injured when a package containing nails and shrapnel that was bound for Austin, Texas, exploded at a Texas FedEx facility. It was unclear if that explosion was related to a string of other bombings in the Texas capital over the past 2 weeks that have killed 2 people and wounded 4. The individual responsible for the explosion at FedEx also shipped a second package that fortunately has been secured and now turned over to law enforcement.
The Board of County Commissioners received an update from Public Works concerning the current road repairs and conditions in the county.
The delays in Homestead are due to, first of all, we had the holidays fall right in there. So there was 10 days there that we allowed the contractor to not have to work through the holidays, through Christmas and New Year's. There's been a few rain delay days in there that, quite honestly, there's no way that they could have even begin to work in conditions with the kind of rain that we saw. I have supported a 2-week no-cost time extension for their project because of scheduling. And currently, they could have had an opportunity last week to do some of the striping out there, but their striping subcontractor was taken away by their project. So they're getting approvals from VEA for the power to the intersection lighting. And quite honestly, I don't anticipate this taking any more than a day or 2 for them to complete and finish this project.
Great. So, yeah, the intersection lighting, just I want to clarify, because I know I'm going to get a text probably right away. It's not stop lights. Those are just lights at night to light up the intersection.
Overhead intersection lighting.
Overhead intersection
LED
lighting.
overhead intersection lighting.
Right. Just wanted to clarify that. Tim, there was a delay for a fiber line or something. That cost that's part of the 2-week.
Yeah, there was the first change order that was done was for a fiber line, and the fiber line that was discovered in a different location than where we initially potholed it. As you may or may not know, that line varies horizontally and vertically in the ground, and there's no way you can specifically tell where that's at without getting down there in the trenches and exposing that thing. So we had a change order for that to leave the fiber line basically alone where it exists, so as not to damage it, not to cause that headache of trying to repair that, and move the edge of the road out a little bit to accommodate that fiber line to stay right where it's at. And it also was down through the low water crossing section of it too. So, I mean, it wasn't an easy task to accomplish, but they did a very good job in not damaging that and causing any additional repairs.
Yeah, and that low water crossing is for the people who've driven down there, and I'll shut up soon, guys, I promise. They really beefed that up. The K-rails, all that was part of the hydrologist's engineering report, and that added to the cost, but that's going to protect that road for years and years to come. And the water we should do away with Lake Homestead that used to be a regular occurrence, and occasionally in the 100-year flood we will have some overtopping, but I don't see us laying out there like it was.
That's exactly right. We essentially have now given the water a place to go besides willy-nilly across the road wherever it wanted to across there.
And stay tuned to News 46. We'll tell you about a local carnival that's happening soon. We'll be back.